By the way, that was so interesting. Like StanCifka winning the freeze mage without Alexstrasza, without that much burst. Well, he had a lot of burst, but he didn't have that pyroblast. Like he didn't have any draw. Or like so, no Alexstrasza, no draw, and freeze mage still win. Druid, no combo, still win.
Yeah.
And now he's going to play warrior without weapons, still win.
Possibly.
If it's green patron.
Green patron, win
no
without the
Dexplate.
green patron.
Yeah, something like that. It's possible.
Yeah.
So he needs to take the warrior. Are you, being D2, do you continue with paladin because you know there's warrior left? Now your matchup will be amazing versus the warrior.
Actually, green patron warrior is super good versus paladin.
Oh yeah, it is.
Yeah,
It
it's
is.
like it's so favored. It's not that good versus druid, but it's still better than the classical control warrior. And I have no idea what kind of warlock this is, but if it's Sue, green patron warrior is pretty good.
We've seen D2 playing a lot of handlock in the past, so I would assume that might be handlock. But
Yeah, but recently there's been like a lot of Sue players with the Imp Gang Boss edition of that card. So I'm not gonna be surprised at all to see that here. I think it's a really strong deck, and I think more people will bring that deck than actually handlock.
How does Mulligan, like, because when I face warrior, I'm still assuming there is a bigger chance it's like a control warrior, a standard cookie cutter build. How does the green patron influence the mulligans? So like, let's say I take paladin.
So yeah, it is in fact green patron warrior here, most likely because we see Froling Berserker. In this matchup, you want, like, the Froling Berserker is not really that important to get. It's more important to mulligan for the weapons and the card draw, like Acolytes. It's really important because you want that combo. That's how you win versus Paladin. Frolings can get Peacekeepered or stuff like that.
We see a really bad hand from D2.
Yeah.
Also, good to note is that D2 in the last tournament he played, the one you got 4th place in, he ran no wild growth, and I talked with him, and he doesn't like wild growth. He says that if you draw wild growth turn 5 is like the worst card, so he prefers to not have any chance of drawing it all the game.
Huh, that's really weird because it's one of those cards that are staple in Druid. Like, it makes Druid, you know, insane curves, ramping that deck up. We see an Armorsmith in the Green Patron deck, and that's probably because there's so many Freeze Mage out there today. Like, Freeze Mage is really good versus this kind of warrior, but with the addition of Armorsmith, I think it can be quite even actually, depending on how many minions you can get on the board with Armorsmith.
Yeah, you play like a full board and then Whirlwind, Dev's Bite and stuff like that.
So Forsten, can you actually take us through the deck? Like, Green Patron is a new card for 5 mana, it's a free.
Yes.
How does the deck work?
The deck relies on drawing all your... it's kind of like Miracle Rogue. You draw all your combos, like back in the day it was Leroy, Shadow Step, and all that. And it relies on drawing the Warzone Commander that we see there. That gives your minion charge if they have 3 or less attack. And then the Green Patron Warrior, and then attacking your Green Patron without killing it to spawn multiple get in here dudes. And then it's killing your or overflowing your opponent. So...
Get in here, dudes.
Basically,
get in here.
Everyone, get in here.
Do you think it was a mistake to attack face as D2?
Absolutely.
Many people say it's a mistake to put the warrior at 29 because he can battle rage.
Exactly, but he doesn't know that it's this kind of warrior, and then that 1 damage can actually matter. I should know, you know, I'm 1 damage of lethal all the time, so...
Hashtag rigged.
But if you knew that this was Green Patron, you should not attack there, because that 1 damage is not worth the extra card, the extra potential card that the warrior play can draw with Battle Rage.
You played Green Patron Warrior in the last tournament, the one that got top 4, the one that D2 played with no Wild Growth Druid.
Yeah.
So you think the deck has huge potential if people find the right list?
Absolutely. I think it's one of the stronger decks actually. It's just like super hard to play because every turn takes so long time to calculate. Like, some turns you can, like, when they're at 25, you're like, do I have lethal here? Like, and you have to count for like 45 seconds all the different combinations you can do with like floating berserkers and whirlwinds and like everything like that. And once you realize that you're a bit short, you have to calculate plan B. And plan B takes like another 45 seconds, like, to make the optimized play. Like, what I can draw 4 cards if I whirlwind battle rage. What are the odds of me drawing into my second weapon, like, from those 4 cards? And it's like super hard to play.
What about your APM? Because like when you spend so much time calculating, like Floating Berserker takes a lot of time when you have many minions.
Yeah, exactly. The Green Patron animation is really slow, and so is the Floating Berserker stacking up damage. So Like you see players rope with this deck a lot because it's so hard. It's so hard to think of the best play, and then executing it takes a lot of time as well.
What do you think of slow players like Life Coach or StanCifka that take their time? Do you think they have an advantage or a disadvantage with this deck?
I said that on stream when I play this. I would have paid $100 to see Life Coach play one game with this Green Pattern Warrior, just to see his face when he's roping every turn. Can't make the correct play. It's actually a really amusing deck to play.
All right. Do we know what's the matchup versus Druid? Like we said.
I'm not sure. Like all the Green Pattern Warriors right now are quite different. I play with double Shredder, which makes the matchup pretty good versus Druid. You have a lot of like tanky stuff that can hold out because usually the Druid can just rush you with a good curve, and you have to play defensively, taking damage with attacking you with your weapons, and then you die to combo or something like that. But I find that the Shredders really help in this matchup. He's playing Armor Smiths instead, I think.
No, I think it's like either Shredders or Dread Corsair. You can play Corsair to use him for free or for 1 mana with your weapons.
I play Dread Corsair and Shredders in
my
my
nice.
list. Yeah.
Interesting.
I don't play any Enrage, Battle Rage.
Oh, okay.
No, wait, Battle Rage. What's the card that 0 mana cost?
Enrage.
Enrage. Yeah.
What do you think of Commanding Shout in this deck?
I play one. Most players do not play it. I think it's really good versus like Paladin, for example, and the control matchups. I think it's a staple, actually, in my opinion.
Would you slam or would you execute? Or would you weapon?
I think that weapon is good to develop Battle Rage next turn, and you can execute a 5-drop.
The thing by this moment, Dtwo actually knows what he's facing. Like he's seen Frothing Berserker, but then again, not I am Katowice. We've seen the Frothing Berserker, Piloted Shredder, mid-range Warrior.
Yeah, this hand from D2 is really bad. Like it can't almost get worse. He has the card draw of turn 7, but he has no ramp there. He's debating on whether he wants to kill that Acolyte. I mean that Armor Smith. If he wants to do that, he should do that first and then remove the armor.
So he probably doesn't kill it.
Yeah.
I'm looking at the board from Dtwo, and when I'm thinking, like we said, Paladin is bad versus Patron because you can attack into the dudes with your free freeze and then get a lot of them.
Exactly.
But Druid is mostly having just 1 or 2 big minions on board.
Yeah. So that's when Commanding Shout becomes really good. You can trade into Druid of the Claws and still survive with your Green Patrons.
Do you like attacking into the BGH and then battle raging? Drawing 2 cards for 2 mana is better than Arcane Intellect.
You do. I think that you need card draw here.
What can you get as a 3 or 4 drop? You can get a Dread Corsair, but then he's too late.
I'm not sure what he's playing actually, if he's playing Dread Corsairs or not, but that would be a good draw.
He can go like Fiery Warriors and Dread Corsair for 1 mana afterwards, so he has like the perfect curve.
I think that you attack face.
Oh, he decides to play the War Song Commander to draw even 1 more card.
That's a combo piece, so
yeah.
Using it right here.
To draw.
Okay. So he's gonna attack that, yeah, and draw 3 cards.
So he's really desperate to draw some good quality cards.
Yeah. And the thing is, this Warzone Commander actually baits out. Like, there's a possibility of it baiting out the Shade, which is really nice because you want to kill that Shade before it gets out of control.
What about Boom? Is that like standard card in this deck?
It's not standard.
No, it's not standard. I think it's too slow. It's like a really good card. It has no synergy with the deck whatsoever, but it's so good that you can like just play it in anything. So that's his thought process here, adding it.
You say that now, but we've just seen Dtwo playing PGH on turn 5.
Yeah.
And we are going to see Boom on 6.
Yeah, he definitely did not expect Boom from this deck. I mean, if you have a Warzone Commander on the board already, you can charge your Boom bots, but that's pretty much the only synergy in this deck.
Would you even Boom here? You
No,
can like Fiery Warx and double
No,
slam.
absolutely not Boom, because you need to kill. I mean, you can Boom and kill the Shade if you use your Inner Rage, but I would definitely
Execute.
Deal with the board here.
I think you slam. You can double slam. You slam the first, the Black Knight first, and then use the weapon to clear it up, and then you slam the other guy.
Yeah, it's not bad at all. That's a really good pickup.
And then you can also play Dread Corsair with the coin.
That's a very powerful turn, especially with the Boom follow-up.
Oh, he chooses to go for... I like the use of coin more. I'm not sure.
Well, with the weapon, he will have the weapon when he plays
Yeah.
next turn, right? And he still has the execute and coin.
He values the slam more than the execute. That means he likes card drawing.
Well,
Interesting.
he is a Magic player, and they do love to draw cards.
That's the reason why he plays combo decks. I think they are pretty popular in Magic, right?
Yeah, definitely. All right, so here D2 in a very bad spot. StanCifka on his way to 3-0 D2 with this very interesting deck.
I like the Dr. Boom here.
You can also like in a rage the Armor Smith and trade with a weapon.
Yeah.
Like you do attack weapon
Actually,
first.
you could also play Slam and kill it off, and then play Green Patron and Inner Rage, just to get like, because Druid has a really hard time dealing with it. Then if they swipe something, they just create more Green Patrons. So they actually need to like double Wrath or Wrath into swipe.
Yeah, but that means that you will never get to play your Boom, and you want Boom out
yeah.
ASAP.
Boom is really good. It's just like one example.
I like Boom even more because the BGH was used already.
Yeah. But mind control tech is an option as well, but it's really low chance of stealing the Boom.
From this point, I see D2 winning only with combo. Would you go like raw Force of Nature and all face? 11 for the face, put your opponent at 9. Next time you have combo.
Absolutely.
It's like the only way you win, right?
I mean, he does have an Armor Smith, so he can get some armor here.
Oh, so you put him at 10.
Yeah, but he will get more armor after that by attacking with the Boom bots.
What do you do this turn? Like, do you just force and try to clear?
What do you think of silencing the Armor Smith?
I like that a lot. Silencing the Armor Smith and then Wrathing and Hero Powering.
But that's not enough damage. You put him at 14 and he can armor up out of the damage, out of a combo. So I think Stan is favored to win this game.
Yeah.
D2 had a really slow start.
He also has a second Armor Smith in his hand, so if he goes for the all-in here combo, he's gonna lose this game. I don't see how he can actually win this game once he wasted his Dr. Boom. I mean BGH without killing the Dr. Boom.
That's the reason for you to play Wild Growth. You need that card. Oh, he decides to kill the Boom.
Yeah, it's not a bad play.
Yeah, but it's really slow.
Well, it
Yeah.
gives him time.
You want the bomb to hit face as StanCifka. Oh, 4.
Oh, 4 damage.
That's the best outcome.
Yeah.
Alright, so D2 still fighting. And that Armor Smith that we mentioned, we don't know if it's good versus Druid. It proved to be very good at this situation.
Yeah, but he had a really bad curve, the Druid player, this game. So you can't really dig too much in it. That Armor Smith is probably being played here. He might consider Slam to recycle for his second charging dude.
What do you think of playing?
Commander.
What do you think of playing Armor Smith and then trading your face into the keeper, then trade a bomb, and then play Green Patron and inner rage the Green Patron? You'll get a lot of armor.
It's fine, but it loses to the combo. Like you lose everything to the combo then. Like if you lose your Green Patron, it's really bad in this match. So I think we're gonna see that Slam, yeah, as he did, and he's just looking for the second Warzone Commander. I don't know exactly how many cards he has left. It looks like he has around 6-7 cards left, something.
Yeah, something like that, maybe a bit more. Like he did draw 3 times. No, he drew 5 cards.
Yeah,
3 from Battle
the
Rage.
deck looks a bit cut off actually, so it's hard to tell. But it's been drawing a quite decent amount. But he's going for the all-in. But now he can clear with another 4. But this is the scenario what I was talking about, where he can actually clear the board with the Savage Shore combo, and then he has nothing, the Warrior player. So
he
this
still
was
has a
actually
weapon.
he has a weapon, but I doubt he's playing Gromage, so he has no like win condition except for the second Green Patreon and Warzone Commander. And I think this game actually is favored for the Druid player now.
Yeah, we might see scenarios next turn on the empty board now versus Armor Smith.
And StanCifka has no more draw in his hand.
Yeah, exactly. There's only one thing that's good against scenarios with this deck, and that's the Warzone Green Patron combo. There's a second Green Patron.
Everyone get in here.
He has no enabler this turn. He could play Armor Smith, Death Spite, Armor Up, and attack with face to be able to execute next turn and spawn another Green Patron. It's probably going to be the play. It's going to be pretty good against scenarios as well, because he can clear the board and spawn the Green
yeah,
Patrons.
you can clear perfectly.
Yeah.
And your Armor Smith still lives.
Yeah.
So
That's
do you
insane scenarios.
Do you think was there anything wrong that Stanislav did during the course of the game? Would you not overextend to combo? Do you think he overextended?
Yeah, I think he overextended for sure. I said that before he did it. That combo is like, it's too... If he didn't top like that second green patron right now, he would have nothing like next turn.
I think that if Dtwo would have drawn better, he would have been in a way better spot.
Yeah, for sure, for
Merci
sure.
beaucoup. If you would get a Warsong commander now, would that be lethal with Warsong?
Yeah,
That would be
yeah,
exactly lethal, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Like only the green pattern is enough. You just attack twice and then go for face and then 5 on the board.
Oh, he's going for the green pattern again.
Yeah, yeah. He wants to summon one and execute the scenario. So he can clear the board. He should probably also play the Unstable Ghoul, because it just summons more dudes whenever it's killed. Like, otherwise he can kill with a second combo, kill everything off. But with this, he just spawns 2 more green patrons whenever the ghoul dies. So combo doesn't actually clear the board here.
Well, still a very tough situation.
That value coin, though.
As
yeah.
being Dtwo, do you just play Sludge Belcher low tip here?
Yeah, this is the part where I was talking about swipe being completely useless. Like, there's nothing you can swipe here.
Well, you can swipe whatever you want, but still you're getting a lot of dwarfs.
Actually, if you play the Force of Nature here, is there any good
Swipe? Like if you attack into the
No.
with 2 guys.
No, there is nothing.
1 damage.
Yet.
Yeah, there's still like 2 dwarves left, I think, after this.
Yeah, you're just gonna...
Too many patrons.
Yeah. Too many dank memes.
Dude, those dwarves are worse than rats.
And if you play Sludge Belcher, then StanCifka can abuse the ghoul. He can trade the ghoul and then trade
Yeah,
the free one.
the best top deck here is a Charger dude.
Is that lethal? Should be close.
Yeah, the Charger dude is definitely lethal. But this is not lethal for sure.
Like he can still trade the ghoul and then trade
Yeah.
a free one and then trade the free 2 that you still have into
Mhm.
that. You lose the Armor Smith, but you don't really care.
It's so interesting because
Yeah.
for Dtwo right now, this
No.
is the survival
Oh,
game.
he's attacking first?
I don't like that because you lose you lose free armor.
You lose more armor if you attack first with the Armor Smith.
Yeah, you lose free armor.
That was definitely a mistake. He played that too fast.
Does it matter? Oh, really?
Look at Stanislav's
I mean,
face.
it doesn't matter, but it was still a mistake, you know. Like,
Yeah.
any armor is good armor. I mean, like, there's still a big chance that the Druid player
Cannot stop
can
this.
clear this. If he has a second Savage Shore,
Yeah, second Savager will clear this.
yeah, he does not get it. I'm not sure.
He definitely runs double Savager.
Yeah, for sure. If you run double Force of Nature, you run double Savage Shore. There's no question about that.
So
Swipe
they just
is really
Belcher shapeshift into the free one.
The
kill
only play here is Sludge Belcher Hero Power. You kill the Red Corsair with your Lothab, and you attack the 3/1 with your Hero Power.
If we have we seen double Death Spite or only one?
We've seen
I've
2 Death Spite, I think. I'm pretty sure.
double
we've
Death
seen-
Spite, 1 Fireworks, so maybe it was double Fireworks.
No, I think double Death Spite actually.
So the thing that Dtwo has to do here is just survive, because StanCifka is running out of win conditions, and if Dtwo and he has the Ancient of Lord to heal himself.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, he will definitely not die to fatigue this game, the Druid player, but ooh.
That's really close to lethal.
Yeah. 3 damage off.
Well, he's getting some more patterns from the slime.
Yeah, that value coin though is still sitting there.
But it only shows the strength of the green patron.
Yeah,
here.
it's the best BM, you know, when you show him the coin without using it, you know, last turn.
Last
like,
turn, last.
I'm so superior,
match.
I don't have to use the coin, bro. You mad?
Oh man,
Emperor is not that good.
I think that's it
Definitely not.
actually, or is it?
No.
He can heal himself and trade into 1. Then he goes to like 9. And
He can actually clear the board here, but he can't armor up if he does that, so he's dead to the weapon.
So wait, if he heals himself, he's going to 8.
yeah, there is a play that clears the board. You trade a 5/1 into the free 3, then you Force
Yeah.
of Nature the free 2, and then you swipe the other
yeah,
free
but
3.
then you can't armor up,
and
then
you lose.
die.
I think
Yeah.
it's lethal.
Yeah.
Because if you the other play is like trading the 5/1 into the free 3, and you lower yourself in hero power, and that puts you at 9, and he has exactly 9.
Is there anything he can draw here? He could draw actually Innervate Wrath. No, Innervate. If he draws into
Innervate and the Druid of the Claw.
Yeah. Yeah, that could do it.
Not even that is enough, because he traced 2 into the Druid of the Claw and the last one in the face.
Yeah,
Yes,
but he can... yeah, it's true.
There's no way out of this, right?
Yeah, there's no second Belcher. All Belchers are gone. He's gonna go ahead and draw here to see if there's anything, I guess. No,
He might also concede. Alright, so StanCifka is taking the series versus Dtwo. 3-0.
Wow.
Amazing lineup. Aryu, thank you so much for joining us here.
Thank you for having me here.
We're going to have you in the future, but right now we're going to get Stanislav and talk to him about his lineups and choices. That was very interesting. Forsen, what do you think about it? Like the decks, the match?
I like it. He brought the exact same thing that I brought to my recent tournament, except for the Druid. I have lost faith in the Druid recently. I think it's too reliant on the wild growth, and baby rage, never lucky. So
Yeah.
like Warrior is actually one of those decks that have no RNG involved, like except for card draw. Like there's no random elements. He has Dr. Boom. I don't play Dr. Boom in that Warrior, but that's the only randomness in that deck. So that's why I really like this Warrior.
Like this specific Warrior that Stanislav brought with Armor Smiths and Dr. Boom, or do you mean like as a concept?
No, the Green Pattern Warrior generally doesn't have any RNG cards, so I like those kind of decks that just relies on knowing what you have left in your deck and the possibilities of you drawing them.
All right.
Yes, take a seat, man.
Stanislav, just take this. Congratulations. That was a
Well played, man.
very interesting match. So take us through your decks maybe. Like, why did you bring this lineup? Why do you think it's good?
Well, in Conquest, I think it's good to target one type of deck, or either aggressive decks or control decks or mid-range deck, because if one of the decks has bad matchup against whole yellow lineup, it's very difficult for him to win. He can easily 0-3 with one deck. So my goal was to target aggro decks, which unfortunately didn't appear, but yeah, I still...
Yeah, that's why you played heal bot in the mage as
yeah,
well.
yeah, because I want to have good matchup with Zoo, with all 3 decks against Face
Hunter. Do you really
Hunter.
think that Druid is that good against Face Hunter?
Yeah, I have very special build, so...
Yeah, you have double force combo.
I don't run any combo, I run all the towns and...
Yeah, we have.
It was Dtwo who played that. Yeah. Oh yeah, my bad.
Stanislav won with mage without card draw.
Yeah,
and
you were playing mind control tech, right?
Yeah.
I remember now. Yeah, that's definitely better.
All right. So, did you think that this match will run like this? Like you face those decks. Those are not aggro decks.
Yeah, I didn't feel very comfortable against this lineup, but fortunately I get very good draws, and I turned lucky in the last game. So. Yeah, that's why.
The Warrior deck, have you been playing a lot of Green Pattern Warrior?
Well, I was playing it in the last 6 days, like all the time, and yeah, the deck is very interesting.
Do you agree that it's a very hard deck to play perfectly?
Yeah, I've played very badly. I'm not satisfied with my lights last game, but it's very difficult to play. Like every time you watch it, you see a lot of mistakes, but it's very difficult to play it on your own.
Yeah, exactly. I agree. The addition of Armor Smith was because of aggro, right?
Yeah.
It's also good against the Freeze Mage.
Yeah, I agree.
It's actually a really bad matchup.
Well, if you add the Armor Smith, and also Dr. Boom is very important in this matchup, because they can handle it badly, and if they are at 1 life, they cannot clear the bombs. So
absolutely.
So yeah, I think this version is actually okay against Freeze Mage.
Yeah.
It also depends if they run Maligos or not or whatever, but yeah, in general it's fine.
Do you run Acolytes? You do?
Yeah.
Yeah, you didn't draw them though.
I didn't draw them,
you had a bit of problem getting the card draw there. You had to use Battle Rage on the Warzone Commander.
Yeah, I had to draw 3 cards because I didn't have any card draw.
Yeah.
But yeah, the matchup against Druid is in general good, but yeah, I didn't play perfectly, and I somehow didn't draw that well. So
yeah, he didn't draw that well either. Though he had nothing in the start except for that shade.
He didn't have the wild growth.
Yeah, I don't think
sometimes it happens that people just fight with the sticks. Like you don't draw the cards.
He doesn't play wild growth, right?
Yeah, he doesn't. It's so ridiculous to me. But
yeah, I agree. I thought it was the card that makes Druid.
It's probably the only one Druid in the war who's not running.
So how are you enjoying Hearthstone? Like we've seen you before here, but I'm not sure if you've been on screen. So maybe if the Hearthstone players don't know you, tell us more about yourself and your Hearthstone career.
About my Hearthstone career, I'm playing shortly Hearthstone. I started playing last year. And yeah, I was playing a lot of different games like chess and MTG, so I'm a very competitive player, so I'm trying to be good, so trying to improve every time. But yeah, I'm still not that good in Hearthstone. I'm trying to improve, and still takes some time.
Do you feel you're ready for this tournament? Did you prepare a lot?
Yeah, I was preparing a lot for EU versus China, and it wasn't that different format. And since then, I went for some MTG tournaments, and then I've prepared for like last 10 days. I'm not sure if it's enough or not, but I did my best, and let's see how it works. Yeah.
Are you having fun?
Yeah, I really like Hearthstone, and I especially like the Hearthstone community. Everyone is so friendly and so chatty, and everyone's so open to like discuss everything. It's what I like the most. Like, I really like the game as well, but the community is clearly the best.
All right. I guess we can wish luck to Stanislav with his next match. You just need to win one more match, and then you are going to advance to the second group stage. And for now, we are done for this match. We're going to go for a short break, but don't go anywhere.